Welcome here to the ACBL action between the Ocean Ospreys and the South Jersey Kings. We apologize for the late start here on NJ College Baseball Nation, but we had some difficulties getting set up with our stream. But right now we're here in the bottom of the second. A little recap of the first two innings. Top of the first, there's a single by the leadoff hitter, Josh Miller. Then 3 outs recorded by the pitcher, Dom Schifalo, after that leadoff single. Bottom of the first for the Kings, Jarek Prakrovsky led off with a double, and then to Chris Baker hit a single that advanced Prakrovsky to third. Chris Baker then stole a second, and Prakrovsky and Baker then came home to score on an two RBI double from Michael Decker. So scoreboard is currently off right now. In the bat now is Tyler Declusion, and on that double by Decker, he tried to stretch it out to a I'm sorry, on a single by Decker, he tried to stretch it out to a double, but it got tagged out trying to reach second, which concluded that inning. So I'm trying to adjust the scoreboard right here. As in the bat now is Tyler Declusion in the 6th hole playing left field. Now the scoreboard should be up to date. 2-0 Kings up on Ospreys. Pitching has that Declusion lines up the center for a single. Leadoff hitter gets a hit again for the Kings in this bottom of the second inning. Matt Colucci is pitching for the Ospreys. In 6 innings of work in the ACBL, he's only allowed 1 earned run. And that one appearance, though, is where the 6 innings came from in the game on July 7th. So I'm still getting a bit situated here. My apologies again. We're still getting set up a little here after a late start. So we're trying to get an extension cord to charge my laptop so we don't die midstream during this game. I mentioned Matt Colucci on the mound today for the Ocean Ospreys. And batting out after that single by Declusion, it's a newcomer for the Kings, Max D'Alessandro. I'll give you some info on Max in just a second. So I get all my paperwork set up. Throw over to first base to Declusion. He's in there safe easily. Max D'Alessandro, a rising freshman, going to Farley Dickerson in the fall out of Mount Laurel. That ball gets past catcher Cardone and behind the plate, and Declusion move up to second on the pass ball. I'm sorry, that was probably a wild pitch, actually. Thank you so much. Runner on second now. No outs here in the bottom of the second. And Max D'Alessandro is still up to bat right now. Count is now full, though. So he gets set for the payoff pitch from Colucci. Swing miss there and a strikeout by D'Alessandro in his first at bat in ACBL action. Runner still on second now with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. In the bat now for the Kings, Matt Shepard, who's playing catcher today, takes a ball for a strike. Count's now 0-1. As we get going here, Roher and Vale Real Estate is a proud sponsor of Kings Baseball, your South Jersey source for real estate. That's rohervale.com, as that ball has popped in foul territory. So this play is unable to be made, as it's going to just be a foul. Counts now 0-2. rohervale.com, that's ROHRERVAI.com, or call Chapman Vale at 856-571-5336. Oh, and Shepard's quickly down 0-2. And we apologize for the camera angle we got here. As we mentioned in the previous broadcast on Sunday, when Quakertown came here for a doubleheader, the stands are off limits due to the steps and the seats falling apart. Actually, the concrete is literally chipping away. So that ball is chopped over to the third baseman. He throws over the first for the second out. And a great play there. A play made there by Coleman at third. So he was able to go a long way off the bag, cut in front of Rivera to get the ball over to Wisniewicki for the second out. And with those stands being out of play for fans by the town, it's also not an option for us to broadcast in our old booth. So we are at this angle and apologize. I most likely will not be getting any outfield coverage in this game because of the set camera angle we have. So that ball is up and away as Chase Conklin steps into bat now. One 0 count now. In the dirt, as Declusion's going to move up to third. It might go as a pass ball. Ball was in the dirt, but blockable by Cardone. Runner now in scoring position, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That ball is fouled off. Count is now at 2-1. Chase Conklin, batting in the 9-hole, has moved around this whole hitting order for the Kings, as he's been as high in the top 3, as well as settling around in the 7-8 area at one point, now in the 9-hole. Nonetheless, also with an up and down season here for Conklin. Start off, sets hit into the left center gap, and that play is made for the third out by Piloto. Easy grab there, as he had to shift over to his right just a little further to make the play. After that, fly out and 1 hit in his inning, but no runs across. Score is still 2-0. And the Kings lead, as we'll come back. Be right back here for the top of the third. So Ospreys will take the bats. Going back here to the top of the third on NJ College Baseball Nation as the South Jersey Kings lead the Ocean Ospreys. Anzac Plumbing Heating and Cooling is a proud sponsor of Kings Baseball, located on Market Street in Gloucester City. Anzac Plumbing has been a trusted name in the industry for 90 years. Call Anzac Plumbing for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs at 856-475-6832. It's that off-speed pitch, catches zone, make the count 1-1. On the mound for the Kings today, Dom Schifolo has 2 innings of work so far, with only 1 earned run in those 2 innings. So I believe this is Schifolo's second appearance in this ACBL season. Another late addition, one of the many that Kings have made throughout this season as they look to bolster their pitching rotation and bullpen. Lined up the middle to Jared Prakrovsky and makes the play over to Oliva as Joseph Volley grounds out for the first out of this inning. After that out, and at bat now, it's the third baseman, Billy Coleman, rising senior at Drew University. And Schifolo, Coleman, lines that back to Prakrovsky again for the second ground out of the game, or this inning, to Prakrovsky. 2 4-3s in a row to start this top of the third off. Now we're back to the top of the order. It's batting now for the Ospreys. It's Josh Miller, rising sophomore, going to pace, who singled earlier in the game in the first inning, stole second, but was left on base there after 3 straight outs. That's lined in the right center gap. That's going to be at least 1 rounds first, and he heads to second after a play is not able to be made in center field as D'Alessandro, the new addition to the Kings lineup, had trouble feeling that ball, let it get past him a little, and allowed Miller to move up to second for his second hit of the game. The second time he has reached second base. So, despite that 2 quick outs, Ospreys now have a man on second and will look to narrow this lead down. In the bat now. It's a 2-hole hitter as he takes the first pitch for a strike. CJ Wisniewicki, going to be a freshman at NJIT in the fall. So he gets ready for the 0-1 pitch. All speed again, catches the bottom of the zone. Now quickly down 0-2, and after that, 2 quick outs in the double. Schifolo is 1 strike away from leaving that runner in scoring position. Looks back to second. And the pitch. Popped up as Oliva chases after it and makes the play in foul territory for the 3rd out. So despite the double, a very quick inning there by Schifolo trying to keep that pitch count down. And we'll be right back here as the Kings will take their bats and get ready for the bottom of the 3rd. Welcome back to Union Field here in West Deptford. As going into the bottom 3rd, South Jersey leads Ocean 2-0. The Rural Financial Group is a major sponsor of ACBL baseball. Located in Princeton, the Rural Financial Group is an office of the Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. Call 609-951-8700 and set up a meeting with a representative today. Looking back at that bottom of the second, last time Kings were up, Declusion led off with a single, advanced to third, since the second on wild pitch, advanced to third on a pass ball, but was left stranded as the bottom three hitters in his lineup were unable to bring him home. This isn't bad now. We're back at the top of the order as Jarrett Prakrovsky, who leaded off the game for the Kings with a double, and came around to score. He's now up to bat now for his second at bat. Strike there on the first pitch. Count is now 0-1. Prakrovsky, an all-star for this Kings team, well deserved with his .315 average, was actually higher going to the All-Star game. And his 73 at bats, as I mentioned, with .315 average and 16 RBIs for these Kings. As that ball misses, count is now at 1-1. And the pitch as line past the third baseman, Coleman, and for a single. Second hit of the game for Prakrovsky in just 2 at bats. The second time the leadoff hitter has been on in this game for the Kings. Actually, third time in a row now, these 3 innings. In the bat now, Chris Baker, who had that single earlier, eventually reached home on the single from Mike Decker. Takes a pitch up and away. Count is now 1-0. And Colucci going to be a sophomore out of Vernia this fall and coming out of Toms River, New Jersey. Colucci gets set for the 1-0. Hit deep into the right center gap, and that has a chance. And that ball is gone. A 2-run homer from Chris Baker to double their lead in this game, making the score 4-0 now, South Jersey Kings. And Mike Volley in right field gave it a little bit of chase, but after a few steps, he knew that ball was going over his head. Chris Baker, leading the team in home runs, was actually tied for lead, and now puts him at a lead by himself with 5. So Kings bats quickly alive in this game, scoring 4 runs in these first 3 innings. Chris Baker, despite cooling down the second half of the season, is still an integral part of this team, as you saw right there. It's in the bat now. DH Luke Lesh takes an off-speed pitch for a strike. And top two hitters for the Kings are both 2 for 2 on a day. So a great start by these hitters. Lesh grounded out to the pitcher in the first at bat. See if he can get a hit for himself. 1-1. Misses his own inside. Count is now at 2-1. Luke Lesh going to be a senior at Ryder, coming from Summerdale, New Jersey. Swing and miss. Actually tipped there by Lesh, making it count 2-2. Ryder was 12-10 in the MAAC this year, and overall 28-26, and lost in the championship series of their conference. In that conference tournament, Lesh had 3 RBIs in his 5 games that he played in. So a big piece for that offense, as he was hitting 3 and 4 home most this year. He lines that up the middle. To the first baseman. Has trouble making the play. Tosses it over to first. As the pitcher is there for the play after the bobble from Wisniewski. Great job from Wisniewski there, staying calm and collected. Not getting startled after missing the ball and knocking it down, getting in front of them, getting ready to make the play. Second ground out of the game from Lesh. First was 1-3, now it's 3-1. In the bat now, David Oliva for the Kings, the 4-hole hitter who flew out to center in his first at bat. Has hit back to Wisniewicki. He has trouble making the play, bounced it over to Romundo, and gets past the pitcher, and Oliva's going to move up to second. Has a not great defense all around in the play, as Wisniewicki had trouble feeling it, bounced the ball over to Romundo. Romundo missed Colucci, who was going cover first. So that ruling looks like be E4 on the play. Let's leave him take second base. Another opportunity here for the Kings to add more cushion to their already sizable lead, just 3 innings in. So in the bat now is Mike Decker, who had the 2 RBIs in the first inning. Throw back by Colucci. Leave it in there safe. No one on the bag, where Rivera is back there to prevent the ball from going to the outfield. Colucci gets set. The pitch. Inside, count is now 1-0. Mike Decker hitting .286 on year in his 56 at-bats in his ACBL season. One-zero pitch. Line into the gap between short and third, as Oliva's going to round third, stay there, as he actually goes after a difficult, as he's almost make the play in left field is Pelota. That's going to be an RBI single, another RBI on the day for Mike Decker. Making the score now 5-0. Kings are rolling here early in this game. It's in the bat now, Tyler Declusion, who led off the second with a single. After that first pitch is now 1-0. The pitch catches the top of zone, putting in the count even out 1. Declusion hitting .250 in the 32 at bats he's had in his ACBL season. Baker playing games with Colucci on the mound. As Colucci steps off, doesn't make a throw over though. So he gets set again for the 1-0. The pitch from Colucci. Off speed that misses, count is out 2-0. 2-1 actually. The pitch. Throw down by on the play, and Decker isn't as safe because Cardone was trying to catch him sleeping there. Count now at 2-2 if the pitch caught the zone. Seclusion look to choke up on the bat here and stay alive. Off the plate. Try to fool him again with off speed. Count is now full to Declusion. Hey, off pitch. Catches. Misses the edge of the plate. Count is and has running on first and second now. And bat now Max De Alessandro, who just has first at bat in the previous inning where he struck out. As I mentioned, his first at bat in the ACBL season. De Alessandro in the senior year at LNP hit .403 with the 62 at bats. Great chance for Alessandro to get his first RBI on the season here, as that's popped into foul territory. Wisniewski makes the play in foul territory, bringing it to 2 outs now. Not the best start for the Alessandro this season. Strikes out and then pops out with runners on first and second. That now Matt Shepard, the hottest hitter on this Kings team, with a .568 average in the year and 37 at bats. That leads the team. Faces a 2 out at bat here. That ball from Colucci catches the plate. Count is now 0-1. Shepard going to be actually in a transfer portal right now, coming out of Cumberland County College. Swing and miss there. Count now 0-1 or 0-2. He's not made a decision where he'll play yet come springtime. But as talking to him earlier said, he'll be making it shortly, probably after this ACBL season. 0-2 count. Swing and miss there. Actually tipped by Shepard. Not an at bat you typically see from Shepard, as he's a great contact hitter for this team. Doesn't really swing at many pitches, as only has 3 swings at any bad pitches, as he's only 3 strikeouts on the season so far. Decker's on first, Declusion on second. Sorry, Decker on second, Declusion on first. As that ball misses, count is now 1-2. Colucci gets set for the 1-2 pitch. Shepard hits that high into the right center gap. And the play is made by Miller as he called off Volley for the 3rd out. Despite putting 2 runners on, they were left, but not before Chris Bigger hit a 2-run home run to bring this lead to 4-0, and then a RBI single from Michael Decker again, bringing the lead to 5-0. We'll be right back here as the Ospreys step to the plate again in the top of the 4th on NJ College Baseball Nation. Welcome back here on NJ College Baseball Nation as the South Jersey Kings lead 5-0 over the Ocean Ospreys. Our game today is brought to you by Northfield Bank, a full-service community bank with 38 branches serving Metro New York and New Jersey. Northfield Bank strives each day to uphold its mission to be the financial institution of choice to individuals, and businesses by delivering innovative financial products and exceptional customer service. For more information, visit your local branch or call 833-301-NFBK. Just a little recap on the team's recent form as they come in today. Ocean Ospreys are 8-21 on the season, and in their last 10 are 4-6. We'll stay on last place in the Wolf division. Over the weekend on the 17th, They lost the first game of a doubleheader 11-1 to the Jersey Pilots, but then won 8-2 in the second game. Zach Rogacki had 4 RBIs, including a 3-run homer, and Michael Cardone had a 2-run homer as well. Vincent Civitella threw 4 innings pitched and gave up 0 runs, but both Osprey pitchers that game combined for 0 strikeouts. And looking at the Kings, on that same day, on Sunday, they played the Quakertown Blazers here on a doubleheader. In the first game, they lost as Andrew Gaines gave up 5 runs and 2.2 innings pitched, but then Chase Cooper came in and did a great job in relief, giving up only 1 run and 4.1 innings pitched, but still ended up losing the game. In the fifth game, they actually tied, which I believe was the first tie, at least in this Wolf division on ACBL season, but it was highlighted by a 2-run homer by David Oliva in the first, who went 3 for 5 on the game. And that game went to extra innings, as we mentioned, because of the tie. And Luke Lesh actually pitched in the top of the ninth and struck out the side, who, if you don't know, Luke Lesh is a position player / DH. So great job of him in an unusual situation, as Zach Rogacki, one of the heroes of Game 2 on Sunday, is in the bat now. Went down quickly 0-2, but now it's 1-2. Zach Rogacki, also the all-star and the home run derby champ, and was a bit of an underdog coming to that tournament with only 2 home runs. Actually, 1 home run on the season, still after the all-star break. 1-2 count now after that foul ball. Faced the likes of Scotty Young in that final of the home run derby. And Kyle Chase as well from the Nassau Collegians, as he takes a strikeout looking there for the first out of this fourth. As that is Schiffelow's second strikeout on the day, first one looking. In the bat now, number 27, Nathan Pelota, rising sophomore at NYU, takes the first pitch for a strike. Count is now 0-1. Pelota flew out to right field to end the first inning in that first at bat of his. So that's hit in the deep left field as the play is made by Declusion for the second out. Another quick 2 outs here by Schiffelow, as got the first 2 outs quickly in that last inning. Same in that last inning, then got out of the second inning quickly as well with an inning double play as the ball is lined back to him and thrown to second as Romundo was caught off the bag on the line drive. This in the bat now as Michael Cardone takes the first pitch for a ball. Takes that pitch for a strike this time. Count is now at 1-1. Cardone hitting .238 in the ACBL season, 63 at bats. Fouled out of play. Count now at 1-2. Cardone going to be a junior at St. Peter's in the fall. As you may remember, St. Peter's, the basketball team, made that magical run in March Madness this past spring, making it to the Elite 8 as a 15 seed. So Peacock baseball player steps back to play for the 1-2 and strikes out there for the last out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning from Dom Schiffelow as he is rolling in these first 4. We'll be right back here as the Kings would look to pad their lead in the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back here for the bottom fifth here at Union Field. You're watching NJ College Baseball Nation as the South Jersey Kings are up 5-0 on the Ocean Ospreys. ACBL Baseball is brought to you by Wildflowers Inn with its great upscale menu. Wildflowers Inn on the Pennington Circle at 2572 Pennington Road. Also has a 20% discount for players in uniform. Upscale dining, a great atmosphere, pregame, postgame, anytime. Check out Wildflowers Inn. As after our very quick innings of work so far from Schifolo, he's not allowed to run over these 4 that he's pitched. I'm giving an update of the standings in this ACBL season in this Wolf division where both these teams play. Quakertown leads 26-5 and 85 points. Metro's at 20 and 23, 72 points. These South Jersey Kings 18, 40, 14 and 1, 70 points. Trenton General is at 15-17 with 62 points. New Brunswick Matrix at 12 and 20, 56 points. Jersey Pods at 10 and 20 with 48. And Ocean Ospreys at 8 and 21 with 43. To correct myself, the top of the division is the Quakertown Blazers. I mentioned they're actually 26-5 and 1, as the tie that the Kings and Blazers had came against each other. As of right now, the closest race we have in the division is between the Metros and Kings for second place, as they try to get that first round bye to avoid the play-in. Metros have played 32 games, as I mentioned, 72 points. Kings have played 33 at the 70 points. So Metros do have a game of pocket and still lead. So Kings do need some luck to be on their side. And the Metros will need to drop some games if the Kings are able to get that second spot. But before that, Kings have to handle their own business. And winning out this season is a great way at accomplishing that. At least need a 4-1. It's in the bat now, 9-hole hitter Chase Conklin here in the bottom of the fourth. The only Kings batter to not reach the plate in that last inning. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Counts now 1-0. Lines what to the shortstop Rivera as he throws over to first and makes the play for the first out. Hard hit ball by Conklin, but Rivera able to collect it and throw it to Wisniewski for the first out. At now top of the order, Jared Prakrovsky, who already has 2 hits on the day, as well as 2 runs to go with it. Lines that in the deep left field that has a chance of going out. And that ball is gone. A solo shot by Jared Prakrovsky, the second home run given up by Colucci, make the score now 6-0. And the Kings bats stay hot. The absolute shot there. That ball was pretty solidly over the left field fence. And a great hit there by Prakrovsky. One of the key parts of this team as he's able to hit for power and average. In the bat now, Chris Baker, who has himself a home run, which came in the last inning, a 2-runner. As looking at Prakrovsky's stat line, he has 3/4 of the cycle completed with a double, single, and home run. Just has the hardest part left, the triple. Still has. That ball is lined up to center by Baker. That's going to go in for a single, his second single of the day, as both the top 2 hitters are 3 for 3 on the game. Prakrovsky, this game goes 9, has 5 more innings to collect that. But the way the Kings bats are rolling, mercy rule might be in sight if they continue to put on to their lead. So, forgot to mention, a new pitcher came into the game in this inning. It's Colucci. Only 1 home run given up on the day. I'm sorry. Pitcher. He's in the bat now. Luke Lesh, the 3-hole hitter, takes the first ball. Hits what deep into right field. Has a shot going over, and the second home run of the inning. That one hit was even further than Jared Prakrovsky's. As the Kings' lead is now up to 8, 2 home runs in 2 innings, in 1 inning, 3 in 2 innings. As the Kings seem unstoppable in this game right now. After getting the first out, Ospreys have now allowed 3 straight hits and 2 homers, giving up 3 runs in this bottom of the 4th. And Billy Coleman is actually on the mound. He was playing third earlier. He's the one that gave up these past 2 homers. So Oliva's in the bat now. Colucci out of the game after just 3 innings. I believe right now playing third base, replacing Coleman is Zach Rogacki, who was in the DH spot. I believe that means DH is essentially eliminated for the Ospreys as the pitcher now has to hit for himself. Count is now at 2-1. Looking at the rest of the field, besides that pitcher and third base switch by the Ocean Ospreys, the defense remains the same. As Oliva is now up in the count, 2-1. The ball catches the plate, make the count now 2-2. So that ball is in the foul territory behind our setup here. Looking at Colucci's final line, 3 innings pitched, a strikeout, a ball, a walk, 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them being earned. So ball is taken and Oliva walks. And bat now, Michael Decker, who has his own 2 singles on the day to go with that, 3 RBIs. There's 1 out here. So that ball is lined to foul territory. Oliva on first. This count is now 1-1 after that ball in the dirt to Decker. Takes a strike there on the outer edge. Count is now 1-2. One, two in the dirt. Bring the count even at 2, 1 out here. And there is a runner on first after that walk by Oliva. Oliva has, as I mentioned, the 3 RBIs That ball is taken again. Count out 3-2 in game 2 in that doubleheader against Quakertown. And Decker himself having a pretty hot middle/end of the season with 12 hits and 36 at bats. As Oliva's off, not very runs very often. As that ball is lined to Romundo, as he makes play over to first, but Oliva will move up to second on that hit and run. Two outs now here with a runner back in scoring position for the Kings. It's Tyler Declusion in the bat now with a walk and single on day. So these top 6 hitters for the Kings are really getting it done. Besides maybe 2 of their best hitters. Actually, you can't say that about Lesh anymore, who had that 2-run homer, but Oliva, just a walk on the day. Not doing much work at the bat so far, going 0 for 2. I was just saying how Lesh, before that home run, not a lot of work with 2 groundouts, but puts himself on the board and put that Kings lead to 8 now. So that's fouled out of play by Declusion, making the count 1-1. Does that sound like that hit someone's car? May have left a big dent there. Left fielder steps in for the 1-1. Pitch from Coleman. So that's hit deep in the foul territory. Back into the woods. A little later on that could have been another shot there from the Kings. One, two count now. To Declusion. The pitch from Coleman. Inside. Counts now at 2-2. Had some movement on it as Declusion was bracing to get hit, but cut back inside, but not enough to catch the zone for the strikeout. Bring the count to 2-2. Declusion rips that in the third center gap as Oliva's going to round third and head home. The play at the plate. And that is tabbed. A great throw there by Pelota to make the final out. And a great tab by Cardone as that ball is to the left a little of him. He's able to reach back and tag Oliva, who is not known for his speed. So almost a 9-run ball game there, but not because of that throw by Pelota. Still 2 home runs in this inning, making the score 8-0. Kings up. We'll be right back here on NJ College Baseball Nation. Welcome back here to West Deptford here at Union Field. You're watching NJ College Baseball Nation as South Jersey Kings are now up 8-0 on the Ocean Ospreys. ACBL Baseball is brought to you by Team Toyota. Team Toyota, Langhorne, and Princeton have kept us on the road for decades with impeccable sales and customer service. Call 609-745-6394 in Princeton or 215-791-8831 in Langhorne for more. Team Toyota, be a part of the team. as we now have a pitching change by the Kings. He's coming in to pitch now is Patrick Tanney, rising sophomore at Rowan College at Gloucester. Looking at Dom Schiffelow's line, 4 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits, no runs, making that no runs earned either. Looking at Tanney, his stats at Rowan College, only 13 innings pitched, ERA 2.77 though in those short work. You could go with that 16 strikeouts, over a strikeout an inning. And in this ACBL season, not the best of luck with about almost the same amount in his pitch, 14.1 in his pitch, 11 earned runs though, but it's still a strikeout machine with 26 on the year, in the season, I'm sorry. And a lot of those runs he given up, came in an outing on June 7th, where he pitched 2 innings but gave up 7 earned runs. So crooked number there in that outing there. ERA would be a lot lower without that. It's in bat now, number 16, Michael Romundo, doubled in his only at bat here. One of the 3 hits by the Ospreys in 4 innings. The count is now 1-1. Big cut there by Romundo. Count is now 1-2. Field in the line remains the same for the Kings. 1-2 count now off that big swing. Ball misses inside, bring the count to 2-2. Tanney coming out of Cherry Hill West High School. A few players we've seen between the Kings and Generals on Cherry Hill. Ball catches his own for a looking strike as first batter that Tanney faces is a strikeout. As going back to that, Trent General's middle infielder Jerry Hernandez is part from Cherry Hill as well as Nick Sulpizio, pitcher on this Kings team. Bunt shown by Hunter Rivera, but pulls it back for take the ball. Counts down 1-0. Chops that Chase Conklin, who gets to the knee but fields it. And the throw is made over to Oliva for the second out. 2 quick outs here out of the pen from Tanney. Good composure there from Conklin as got a little stumbled up, caught it on his feet. And when he fell to the ground, but was able to get up quickly to make the throw over to first. As last inning, top of the 4th, Schiffelow was able to finish side 1-2-3, and Tanney will look to do the same here on top of the 5th. It's in the bat now, Joseph Volley, and I've been caught up with these rest of these stats. I forgot to mention Joseph Volley, actually a pitcher. Well, actually an all-star pitcher for the Ospreys. He takes first pitch for a strike, as that one is inside, making the count 1-1. Well, he does have a few play appearances, but not many here. So you have to think Ospreys are low on players in this game. Count is now 1-2 after that big swing there. 1-2 pitch. A swing and miss there. And the 1-2-3 inning again, second in a row by the Kings, third in this game, as they'll look in the bottom of the 5th to add on to this lead. We'll be right back here on NJ College Baseball Nation. I'm back here on NJ College Baseball Nation. I'm Jason O'Connell here at Union Field. Antec Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is the proud title sponsor of Kings Baseball, located on Market Street in Gloucester City. Antec Plumbing has been a trusted name in the industry for 90 years. Call Antec Plumbing for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs at 856-475-6832. And a new pitcher on the mound again for the Ospreys, says I believe CJ Wisniewski, was playing first. Try to get that defensive alignment to you shortly. And bat now, Shayna Dempsey, I believe, came in for Tower Occlusion. 2-pitch hit. That is indeed Shayna Dempsey in Tower Occlusion spot. Stopped at 5th. Sets fat off. Count, I believe, is now 1-2. 0-2, actually. Looking at the fielding alignment, Rogacki at third, Rivera at second still. Rogacki at third, Rivera at short. Coleman is now at second, replacing Romundo, I believe, moved over to first, if I'm correct. Inside counts now at 1-2. I think that is what happened. So left field stays the same after that previous inning. Coleman switches. Says a walk there by the Dempsey. Coleman switches with Wisniewski. And then Romundo goes over to first. So very difficult with these position players coming in to pitch from the infield as they were earlier in the inning. And bat now. So I'm sorry. Tower Occlusion was the last out of that last inning, and Shane Dempsey came in for D'Alessandro. And Dempsey did have that walk. Shepard in the bat now. Counts at 0-1. Catches lower edge zone. Counts now at 0-1. Fouled off by Shepard. Got to put runners at first here with no outs now in the 1-2 count. Pitches off the plate. Counts now at 2-2. That ball is lined over the head of Rivera, and Dempsey's going to get the third, and Shepard's going to move up to second. Double there from Shepard. Two runners in scoring position now for the Kings. A chance to increase the lead to double digits. No outs here as Chase Conklin steps in the bottom of the order. Actually, another substitution here, I believe, by the Kings. Just replacing Chase Conklin, pitch hitting. Ryan Taylor is in for Chase Conklin. Sorry for the late check on that. Taylor looked to increase this lead here. With runners on second and third. So Ryan Taylor on the year, ACBL season 273 average, 22 at bats, and 8 RBIs, looking to make that at least 9, possibly 10. As he drives that in deep center field, the play is going to be made by Miller, but tagging up is Adamski and Shepard. So both the runners will advance on the sac fly, making the score now 9-0 Kings. Sorry, just made. Now 1 out after that sac fly by the pitch hitter. We're now back at the top of the order as Jared Prakrovsky steps in the plate. He lines that center field again. Another fly out is it's going to be should be another sac fly, and it is as the throw is cut off by Romundo. 2 sac flies in a row from the Kings, bringing the score the lead to double digits now, 10-0. Kings are up. Now 2 outs, no runners on. So that was Prakrovsky's chance to get the cycle, but could not hit a triple as you saw right there. As Chris Baker steps to the plate now. So we'll see if Prakrovsky will get another chance to hit. But if we hit this mercy rule, which would be 10 plus runs after 7 innings or through 7 innings, so that ball is driven by Baker, and that ball is gone. Another home run by Chris Baker, his second on the day. This time a solo shot. Score is now 11-1. Kings up big on the Ospreys. 3 RBIs in a row, 2 via the sac fly, and now that 1 via the solo shot from Baker. And a great performance by Baker so far. Great performance by these top 5 hitters from the Kings. Prakrovsky with a home run, double, 2 RBIs. Chris Baker with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Lesh with a home run for himself, 2 RBIs. And Michael Decker, 2 singles, 3 RBIs. Luke Lesh in the bat now again. After hitting a homer in his last inning, as I just mentioned. The ball catches his own. Counts now 0-1. As I was saying before, Baker hit that home run. Once it hits the 7th inning, and the away side gets their at bat in that inning, if South Jersey or if any team is up by double digits, at least 10 runs, the game is called out of mercy rule. So if the Kings are able to hold a double digit lead and in these next 2 innings, we'll get out of here a bit early. Count. Ball reaches the inside of the zone again. Count is now at 0-2. 2 outs here with bases empty for Lesh. The ball is hit deep as well. This one's going to stay in the ballpark as that play is made by Pelota. Almost another home run given up by the Ospreys, but that one stays inside the fence. And after 2 sac flies and a home run by Chris Baker, his second of the day, South Jersey Kings now lead 11-0 on the Ocean Ospreys. We'll be right back here for the top of the 6th inning here on NJ College Baseball Nation. Welcome back here to Union Field here in West Deptford as after another big inning by the Kings, they lead 11-0 over the Ocean Ospreys. Rohirvale Real Estate is a proud sponsor of Kings Baseball, your South Jersey source for real estate. Rohirvale.com, ROHRERVAIL.com, or call Chapman Vale at 856-571-5336. As pitching right now still is Patrick Taney for the Kings in the bat now. Remains Billy Coleman decides the multiple switches in the infield as he once pitched. Started at third base, pitched, and then moved to second in that last inning. It's now down the count. I'm sorry, the count's even at 1-1. Pitch from Tanny. Low and out of zone. 2-1 count now. And Kings have had at least one RBI in every inning except that second. Part of that is due to the Ospreys throwing out position players onto the mound after Colucci pitched. So it looks like they might have a lack of actual pitchers here at this game today. Ball in the dirt again. 3-1 count to Coleman. Swing miss there. This actually was a strikeout. This count was at 2-2. First out of the inning. And in the bat now, we're back at the top of the order. We have Josh Miller on the day, has a single and a double. One of the 2 hitters for the Ocean Ospreys to have a hit today so far. Cut there. She's down to count now. 0-1. Only other hitter with a bat is Michael Romundo. Sorry, only a hitter with a hit. Michael Romundo. Count now 1-1 after that ball in the dirt. 1 out here. Josh Miller came in today with a 7-game hit streak, making that 8 now, as well as a on base streak of 8 games. make that 9. So that's popped up just on the edge of the outfield as the play is made by Prakrovsky for the second out. So you mentioned in shortstop now is Ryan Taylor after pitching for Conklin. And left field, Dempsey came into a pitch hit from D'Alessandro in center field. He goes into center field after that pitch hit appearance. And Trevor Cohen is now left field for the Kings as he plays seclusion. And bat now for Trenny. CJ was in the wiki. Now down one, or even at 1-1. Catches zone, counts now 1-2. Tanny for the 1-2 pitch. And another strikeout there to finish the inning from Tanny. So after a strikeout to begin it, pop out to the second base, and then another strikeout. The Ospreys go down 1-2-3. We'll return here for the bottom of the 5th on NJ College Baseball Nation. Welcome back here on NJ College Baseball Nation. I'm Jason O'Connell here at Union Field as the South Jersey Kings lead 11-0. Our game today is brought to you by Northfield Bank, a full-service community bank with 38 branches serving Metro New York and New Jersey. Northfield Bank strives each day to uphold its mission to be the financial institution of choice to individuals, and businesses by delivering innovative financial products and exceptional customer service. For more information, visit your local branch or call 833-301-NFBK. In the bat now, it's actually Stas Prakrovsky, who came in defensively last inning for David Oliva. Forgot to mention, I was trying to figure out who it was over there at first base. A little difficult to see from this angle. He's going to hit now. He hits a deep shot, and that ball is way out of here for another home run by the Kings. That's going to be the Kings' 4th home run on a day. This time a solo shot from Stas Prakrovsky, who comes in cold off the bench to hit one. Great performance all around from these Kings bats, as even players coming off the bench are hitting it. That shot was definitely gone right off the bat, as the left fielder, Loda, barely moved to make an effort at that play. Score is now 12-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. As that ball is hitting the foul territory, Rogak, he's under it and makes the play for the first out. As someone came in to bat for, Michael Decker popped out. Yeah, Michael Decker did indeed pop out on that bat. For the first out is in the bat now. Trevor Cohen, who came in as a defensive sub early in the previous inning as well for Tyler Declusion. Swing and miss there on a quick strikeout in his first at bat by Cohen. So after that home run, Wisniewicki, who remained in the pitch, 2 quick outs there from him. Now Shane Adamski came into pitch in the last inning and walked in that first plate appearance. He's in the bat now. Lines one into the shallow left field for a hit. Reached base in 2 straight times since coming into the game has Shane Adamski. Hits just keep flying off the bat from the Kings. That's hard to keep track who's in, who's out. Gives me very little time to read these great stats that this team has in this game so far. As no one seems to be approaching the plate right now for the Kings. Maybe some confusion of if there's going to be a pinch hitter or not. It looks like Matt Shepard will approach it and remain in the game with a runner on first here and no outs. That is indeed Matt Shepard staying in. Big cut there from him for the first strike of that bat. Oh, 1 popped just out of the infield as the play is made by Coleman for the 3rd out. So after a solo shot to lead off the inning by pitch hitter Stas Prakrovsky, the infield player that came into pitch, CJ Wisniewicki, works out of this inning very quickly. We'll be right back here for the top of the 7th here on NJ College Baseball Nation. Welcome back here to this game between the South Jersey Kings and the Ocean Ospreys here on NJ College Baseball Nation. The Rural Financial Group is a major sponsor of ACBL Baseball. Located in Princeton, the Rural Financial Group is an office of the Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. Call 609-951-8700 and set up a meeting with a representative today. In the pitch now, Matteo Gravano replacing Patrick Taney. Final line for Taney, only 2 innings pitched, but 3 strikeouts, no walks, no hits, no runs. So he faces the minimum 6 batters in those 2 innings. Just mentioned Matteo Gravano in the pitch now in the ACBL season. 9.2 innings pitched, 8 earned runs. And a lot of those runs have come recently, as in his first 5.1 innings pitched only gave up 1 earned run, but in the last 4.1 has given up 7. And feels like we just started this game, but we could be 3 outs away from it ending it here, as the mercy rule is in play right now. If the Ocean Ospreys don't score at least 3 runs, this game will be over if the Kings are able to get those 3 outs. Send a bat now. 3-hole hitter Zach Rogacki, as you mentioned, home run derby champ, and one of the 3 All-Stars from this Ospreys team. There's 2 catchers from this Ospreys team. Rogacki here and Ty Gilligan were both selected to the All-Star game. Rogacki has spent a lot of time in the infield, though, and DHing. Big cut there on that first pitch. Count is now 0-1. Gravano going to be a freshman at Mercer County Community College, and he's coming out of Palmyra, New Jersey. Tail finally gets his sign. Pitch from Gravano. Low and out of zone. Count is now at 1-1. Aki, as I mentioned, going to be a sophomore at Alvernia, and in his freshman year had 124 at bats, so a lot of work from him, and a great season with a 339 average. That pitch catches his own. Count is now 1-2 to the who's now playing third base, actually, the third baseman from Jackson, New Jersey. A 1-2 pitch. Swing and miss there, and a strikeout. First strikeout in this first at bat from a Gravano. In the bat now for the Ospreys is the left fielder, Pelota. Nathan Pelota fouls that out of play. Pelota with 2 flyouts in his 2 at-bats so far. Count is now 0-1 after that foul. Chops that left the third base bag. So that ball goes foul. Pelota, as I mentioned, attending NYU in his freshman year there. Only had 28 bats, but had some pretty good work with those small, limited amount of bats with a 321 average and 8 RBIs. But he's quickly down 0-2 here to Gravano. Chopped, same direction as that previous pitch. Left of the third base bag for a foul. Swing and miss there. But a drop ball as I got past Shepard, but he'll not even try to get down to third with Pelota. So that will go down as a strikeout. And the Kings are 1 out away from getting out of this game with a 12-run victory and a shutout between their three pitchers. He's in the bat now, catcher Michael Cardone. And despite leading the team in runs, home runs, and RBIs and walks, Cardone was not an all-star. The one catcher that was not selected from this Ospreys team to the All-Star game. Part of that reason could be because he's 4th in the league in strikeouts. Now up 1-0, 2-0 now. And Romano's able to get out of here. This game could sneak in under 2 hours. Very rare sight you see at any level of baseball. I'm sorry, any level that plays 9 inning games. Now a 1-1 count to Cardone. Romano from the windup. Hit in it softly in the foul territory. Count is now 1-2. As Baker was given chase, but too far out of his reach. Waiting for a sign he likes. Looking at the dugout. And the pitch. In the dirt. Count is now at 2-2. Long wait there for a ball that just hit the plate. No, this is with a big lead. A 1-2-3 inning could boost Cravano's confidence here going into future games and in the playoffs especially. Could start a bit of a roll on the mound. It's a 2-2 pitch. Inside. Actually was a 3-2 pitch, and that's going to be a walk, so it won't be a 1-2-3 inning. Runner on first now. Has in the bat. It's Michael Romundo. On the day has a double and a strikeout. Still one of the only 2 hitters on this Ospreys team with a hit. He chops one over to second baseman Prakrovsky, and he's going to make the final out of this game. So, in just about 2 hours of work, we are done here at Union Field as the South Jersey Kings beat the Ocean Ospreys 12-0. Kings with 15 hits, Ospreys with only 3. And the story of this game was the offensive explosions from pretty much every hitter in this Kings starting lineup, and even a few on the bench. As there were 4 home runs hit on the day, actually 5, with that last one by Stas Prakrovsky in the 6th. And overall, great effort from the bats as they showed up. Part of that story is that Ospreys came in and pitched throughout 2 position players to pitch in Coleman and Wisniewicki. But nonetheless, the Kings take advantage of it and get the win here, 12-0. We'll be right back here tomorrow as Quakertown comes here to Union Field to take on the Kings in a single game at 7 p.m. With NJ College Baseball Nation, I'm Jason O'Connell, and have a great night.